All right, next up, the Houston Texans. So they made the playoffs last year, won the division, they won a playoff game, they beat the Chargers, had a great season despite a bit of a dip from CJ Stroud in his second season, where he didn't look quite as good as his rookie year. They add Nick Chubb. They may or may not have Joe Mixon for the whole season, depending on how things go, but they added some pieces on defense as well. What did you have for the Texans here?
Yeah, I had them just going right over that 9.5 at 10 wins. I think their defense is good enough to do that. I know there's some concerns about the offensive line, but I think they've done enough between free agents and the draft that they addressed that. They've given Stroud some more weapons with Kirk, Jaden Higgins in the draft. So, and then he obviously has Nico. So like I think they're good enough to win the AFC South with 10 wins. I think that's where they're at.
You might be able to win it with nine
Yeah,
at
it's
this point.
possible they might even win with 9. But I think how weak the AFC South is, like 10 wins is easy for the Texans.
Yeah, that's why I had them at 11, just because I don't trust any other team in that division. I don't think, especially the quarterbacks, there's just not in much talent there. So yeah, 11 wins for them. ChatGPT has them at 10, so they went over. What are your fantasy picks for the Texans?
Yeah, my sleeper, my deep sleeper, Woody Marks. I think
I
could
legitimately had to look that name up when you
yeah, yeah. I get deep,
I
man.
was like,
Sometimes I get too deep, Khalid. I get too deep on the sleepers.
yeah, like who the hell is that?
I do think there is a path to him being the running back RB1 in Houston come midseason. I think there's a path there, and that a lot of it has to do with Joe Mixon missing time. I think Chubb is good, but Chubb is not the same Nick Chubb. Uh, he's a little slower, obviously. I mean, coming off those kind of injuries that he has. I do think Woody Marks is explosive. He's looked explosive in preseason. I mean, who else is there? Damian Pierce. I don't think
Yeah,
he's doing
Damian
anything.
Pierce,
Nobody, nobody likes that guy.
Ogunbowale. I want to say he's there,
Yeah,
but he's a whatever back. Yeah.
yeah. So I think Woody Marks has an opportunity to kind of step in and be a guy. But and then that leads me to my bust, Joe Mixon. He's hurt. I think he misses the entire season. Like I don't know why people are even drafting him. I think he's out the entire season.
Yeah, I that's the easy pick for the bust. I didn't want to just repeat that, but I saw the other day they said the Texans GM was non-committal about whether he was going to play this season or not. So I would avoid him, maybe stash him on IR if you can, because I think he is on short-term IR right now. I could just see them stringing it along, and okay, maybe, and then it's going to be like a McCaffrey situation last year where he plays a couple games, maybe, and then just gets put on long-term IR. I do believe in Nick Chubb. I'm seeing him go undrafted in a couple of my draft, and he's currently listed as the starter on their depth chart. So I'm not understanding why people are forgetting about him. Maybe I need to be in more competitive leagues. I don't know what it is, but I believe in him. I think he'll come back strong. I have faith. I mean, I've only seen like training camp videos and stuff, but he looks fast. He's not the same Nick Chubb, but I think he'll be good enough. And I think there's enough weapons on this offense where like it's going to be crazy, but Nick Chubb is like the sixth guy you're worried about on this offense because of all the other talent around it. And then my bust is Christian Kirk. I still think he's a talented wide receiver, but I think just based on like volume and all the other guys around him, I think some of the other rookies and stuff are going to surpass him by midseason. And I wouldn't spend too much money on him, if any money at all, on